Beautiful morning for baseball. And it's an opening round Class C state tournament game here from Miesville. And we'll have the opening pitch for you when we come back to the home of the Miesville Mud Hens, Jack Ruhr Field, after this word from Prep Spotlight and make that neighborhood sports network.
Baseball, it's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
All right, let's get out to the ballpark indeed. Opening round game here in the Class C state tournament features the number 3 seed out of Section 4. That's the Willmar Rails. And they take on the number 2 seed out of Section 9, the Clinton Cards here. The winner of this one will play next Saturday at 7 o'clock in Dundas against the top seed of Section 12. That's the Delano Athletics. But we are ready for action here as Willmar will lead it off with Zach Ryerson. And he will face the pitcher Sam Ottleman. If you are going to beat the Clinton Cards, you are going to need to beat the Ottlemans. 6 Ottlemans on the roster, 4 of them in the starting lineup, and we'll have more about that as this game progresses. And Sam Ottleman throwing to his brother Zach here as the battery. 1 ball, 1 strike as that curveball just hangs up high to Ryerson. Now a line drive, base hit into left center field. So good start here for the Willmar Rails as their leadoff batter, Zach Ryerson. Lines a base hit out into left center field. Ryerson from Aberdeen, South Dakota. Called a number of Class B games yesterday, and just about every player had a college listed. Here in Class C, many fewer players with college experience. They just represent their town. And here, a couple of towns towards the western part of the state. Clinton right on that Minnesota-South Dakota border, and then Willmar out in the west central part of the state. First pitch is missed for a ball. Now here's a bunt right back to Sam Ottleman. He thought about going to second, but decided to take the safe out at first. Tossed it over to the first baseman, Karski. So the sacrifice is completed by Jordan Steffer, the second baseman. 1-3 will be the put out on the sacrifice, but it does move Ryerson up to second base. So Willmar trying to get on board early here and jump out to a lead against the Clinton Cards. Defensively for Clinton, Sam Ottleman is the pitcher, Zach Ottleman the catcher. Short first base, Chris Karski. Curveball in there for a strike, so no balls and 2 strikes to Austin Gregory, the catcher. Second base, Matt Swanson. Kean Turner plays third base, and then another Ottleman. Lucas is the shortstop. Pitch misses just off the outside corner. Good group of fans took a bus down here from Clinton, so they're sitting here in the nice shaded area. Others are over near their team's dugout supporting their teams. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball hangs a little bit, but out in front of it off the front foot. Gregory pulls that one foul, so Ottleman might have got away with a little bit of a hanger there as Gregory got out on that front foot and pulled it. Keeps the count right here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield, Ryan Toll, Nate Vogt, and Chance Haugen from left to right for the Cards, and a foul back to the screen by Gregory. So battle ensuing here between Sam Ottelman and Austin Gregory. Zach Ryerson, after his leadoff single, was bunted down to second by Jordan Steffer. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Let's see if Ottelman can find some sort of a put-away pitch here. Tries to go down and away. Missed it. This is the beautiful thing about town team baseball. You can have one family that represents pretty much the whole community. 6 different Ottelmans on this team, 4 in the starting lineup. The dad and 5 brothers, and a swing and a miss as Ottelman dropped down there.
Willmar Rails, number 15, Jack Ruhr.
Different arm angle, and that curveball that really just kind of stayed right there. Didn't have any drop to it, but fooled Austin Gregory. He swung through it, so 2 away now, and it'll bring up Jack Baumgart, first baseman. He's a Willmar High School graduate. It was fun to look at the lineups and the rosters and see not graduated for some of the players listed. So high school players participating on these town teams. Pitch misses just inside, so 2 balls and no strikes. Here is the number 4 hitter, Jack Baumgartner, trying to pick up Zach Ryerson from second base here. Willmar trying to jump out to an early lead against Clinton. 3rd seed out of Section 4. Region 4, I should say. Still call them regions in town team ball. First base is open with the left-handed batting Jack Baumgart up, so looks like Sam Ottelman might be being a little bit careful with the number 4 hitter, but comes right at him there. Looks like the left-handed batter Sam Ederman is on deck, so really setting up a force if you would walk that number 4 hitter, but you're still going to have to go righty against lefty. And they do just that as that one misses outside. So that does set up a force play anywhere on the infield for the Clinton Cards. And Sam Ederman will step in. Ederman, the youngster, had not yet graduated from high school, or at least no high school listed. Strike on the outside corner. So of the Ottelman brothers in the starting lineup, Sam, the pitcher, is kind of the middle one. He's 21 years of age. He throws to his older brother, Zach, who's 25. And then the dad, Mike, is the designated hitter. Bats 5th in the lineup. 4 of the first 5 batters in this Clinton lineup are Ottelmans. No ball, 2 strike count now to Sam Ederman as Sam Ottelman.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand.
The battle of Sams goes on here. Ederman against Ottelman. Ederman in the batter's box. Ottelman on the pitching rubber. Just a courtesy check over at first base. They won't hold that runner on. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Edelman did not like that call. From our vantage point, it looked like that one might have been just a little bit off the plate, but if our home plate umpire is consistently going to give that pitch, then these batters must pay attention. So, no score after 1/2 inning of play. And it'll be the Clinton Cards with the slew of Ottelmans coming up to the bat when we return to Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville and the Minnesota State Class C Baseball Amateur Championship on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.TV. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball state tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.TV will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood, NSPN.TV.
All right, here we are, the first of our onslaught of Ottomans. It is the pitcher, Sam, who will be facing Patrick Courtney, the starting pitcher. High pop-up in the infield. And bobbled, but caught by the catcher, Gregory. So a bit of an unconventional play there by Gregory. Really, if you're the catcher, you want to turn around and face that ball towards the home plate, not be looking back over the top of your head. And in doing so, Gregory almost dropped that ball, but did a little do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, if you will. Juggled it around, but came up with it, and the home plate umpire signaled the out. So Sam Ottoman, it's a high pop-up just in front of home plate. Looked like the pitcher, Courtney, was going to call it off, but the catcher, Gregory, called him off, and now Zach Ottoman hits one down the left field line. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Owens is over to cut it off, but a one-out single gives Clinton the base runner. So defensively, Courtney is the starting pitcher, Austin Gregory the catcher, Jack Baumgart at third, Jordan Steffer at second, Zach Ryerson at third, Christian Lessman plays short, Owens, Caleb Owens, Jaden Dierenfeld, and Adam Herman left to right in the outfield for the Willmar Rails. And sandwiched between four Ottomans is Kean Turner, the third baseman, and he steps in and takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. So working from the stretch here, Patrick Courtney. Wide open stance for Kean Turner, and he hits a lazy fly ball out into center field. Curranfield has to battle the sun a little bit, goes down to one knee to make the catch. So a high sky today, very little clouds. Beautiful day for baseball here. We've got 3 games in the conclusion of a postponed game later on this evening, but no such problems as we had yesterday. 3 rain delays, and the last game of the night last night ended this morning at 12:01 a.m. So a long day at the ballpark yesterday because we had a couple of different rain systems come through. However, we're able to get all of those games completed and open up the field for these Class C games today. All Class B yesterday. Lucas Ottoman takes a strike at the letters. 2 down now. And that one's in the dirt. Nice block there by the catcher, Gregory. Used that chest protector to just knock it down. Edelman got about a third of the way to second base before he read that, slammed on the brakes, and scampered back to the bag at first. So good job by Gregory. Definitely with 2 away. Want to keep that runner, Ottoman. Zach over there at first base. Now they'll check on him. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 away here. Opportunity here for possibly to put the running game on. Oftentimes they'll wait until maybe 2 strikes on the batter. But we're not going to get to that point as Lucas Ottoman lifts a fly ball out into right field. Herman is underneath it and makes the catch. So each team gets a runner on base. Willmar had a couple, but both are stranded. And we are through 1 full inning of play. No score here from Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville. Neighborhood Sports Network brings you every pitch of every game of the Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, Class A, Class B, and Class C. Class C, a lot of baseball to be played yet, as they've got a full field of teams, 64 teams, I believe, if I look at it correctly. Maybe do my math and count this up. Don't want to give you incorrect information here. It's like 48 teams are into this field. The top seed in each of the sections do get a bye into that second round. So 16 different regions, and then depending upon the size of the region, you either get 2, 3, or 4 additional teams into the state tournament. So these teams that are the 2 through 4 seeds play the play-in game, and then the top seeds await for the winners of those games. Yesterday, Loretto was a winner over Waterville. They take on Bird Island. Watkins beat Piers. They'll take on Red Wing. Webster beat Milroy. They play Monticello.
Number 11, the shortstop, Christian Lessman.
Cold Spring Rockies beat New York Mills. They'll take on Watertown. Games being played today. Stark yesterday beat Maple Lake. They'll take on Bemidji. Buckman over Cannon Falls. They take on Laverne. And then Fergus Falls awaits the winner of Waconia and Union Hill. And now stepping in is the shortstop, Christian Lessman, and takes a strike. Check swing, but called strike. Lessman checks with the home plate umpire and asked him if that was a swing or a called strike, and I believe the umpire, the way he rose up, said that that was a called strike. And now going upstairs is Sam Edelman, and he gets Lessman to climb the ladder there, and he can't catch up with that fastball. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out here to start the top half of inning number 2 for Sam Edelman and the Clinton Cards. Edelman drops down. Misses high. A little shallow fly ball into right field, charging on. Having to turn on the afterburners a little bit late to get to that one is Haugen, but he calls off the second baseman, Swanson, and comes up with it. So 2 quick outs here. Just 4 pitches for Sam Edelman here in inning number 2, and he's got 2 outs on the board already. And a little check swing, humpback liner over towards Turner at third. He pulls it in, so 5 pitches and 3 outs for Sam Edelman. And he gets his Clinton Cards right back into the dugout here, and another crack at the bottom half of inning number 2. We'll be back with that action for you here from Miesville on the NSPN.TV.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Now batting for the Cards, number 15, Mike Edelman.
All right, so another Edelman. This is the dad, Mike. Line drive out into left field. It's carrying back, but drifting back is Owens, and he gets under it and makes the catch. So after the base hit with one out by Zach Ottelman. It's a fly out to center, a fly out to right, and a fly out to left. Keeping all of those Willmar Rails outfielders involved in this ball game. But 3 consecutive flyouts, 2 to end the bottom of the first, and now 1 here to start the the bottom of the second. And Chance Haugen will step in. Takes a called strike and then fouls one.
Foul balls to the concession stand. That might be a prize.
Backing out of play, so no balls and 2 strikes. So Courtney getting ahead, just like Sam Ottelman did in his half of the second inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, and now 3 consecutive strikes to Haugen. Tries to get him to chase something out of the zone there, but Haugen holds up. Courtney reached back for a little something extra on that fastball. Line drive, base hit up the middle, so tried to go off speed. Courtney turns to Gregory and kind of pats himself on the chest saying, that's my bad, that's a bad location. I think he was calling for that pitch more down in the zone, and he left it up. And Chance Haugen jumped all over it, lined it right back up the middle for a base hit. So for the second consecutive inning, Clinton gets a 1-out single and have a runner at first base. Not much of a lead over there for Haugen. And Chris Carsey steps in. First baseman takes a pitch high for a ball. Another pitch misses up out of the zone. Most of these players, Clinton, Graceville, Beardsley High School. Ooh, a swing and a miss at the 2-0 offering. So Courtney just challenges Carsey there at 2 balls and no strikes and gets the fastball past him. And a little courtesy look over. Haugen could basically fall down and reach the base. So doesn't look like much of a threat to run over there with Chance Haugen as Chris Carsey fouls this one back and out of play. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball hits him. Just kept staying in, so you could see the spin on the ball, but the ball just never really took the break. And it just kept riding in, and it caught Chris Carsey on the elbow. He kind of turned towards his dugout and winced a little bit. One of the sayings in baseball is, don't rub it, don't let them know it hurts, but it's hard to do, and it catches you in such a tender spot like the elbow there. So Carsey will try to shake that one off, but with 2 strikes, gets hit by a pitch. So now Clinton has runners at first and second with 1 away, and Ryan Tolley steps in, takes a strike. Number 8 hitter into the order, Tolley. Oh, called that a ball, at least according to the scoreboard operator, so we'll go with that. Curveball swung on and missed. So Tolley, like he tried to pull that ball, that pitch going away from him, that's a ball that you want to try to shoot between that hole, between first and second, and with them trying to hold the runner Haugen, there's a pretty nice hole over there on that right side of the infield. Now he pulls one foul. Giving chase over there is Ryerson, but he's going to run out of room. Short fence that runs down the lines from the dugouts. A little bit of foul room here. I wouldn't say that this is a spacious ballpark for foul ball territory, but certainly enough where we've seen some foul balls get caught in front of the dugout areas. It does go pretty sharply towards each of the foul lines. Curveball, he tried to hold up, but he went too far. So a big strikeout of Tolley by Patrick Courtney there, and it'll bring up Matt Swanson, the second baseman. Central Cass High School in North Dakota for Swanson. No college listed for the number 9 hitter, second baseman. Strike on the outside corner. So it looks like our umpire today is going to be very generous on the outside part of the plate. He rung up Sam Ederman on a pitch that looked like it might have been a few inches off the outside part of the plate. So as long as he's consistent with that pitch, the players really won't have a whole lot to complain about. But it's when once it's called and once it's not, that's when they start getting a little frustrated. So we'll see how that progresses as this game moves along. Foul ball backing out of play, runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 away. So Chance Haugen out at second based on his lead that he took over at first base. I don't think speed is his forte, so might need to hit something in the gap for him to be able to score, but it's not going to matter as our home plate umpire stands up and rings up Matt Swanson. So 3 strikeouts for Patrick Courtney here in this one, and we are through 2 innings of play. Still no score. We will head for inning number 3. The Neighborhood Sports Network, every pitch of every game in the Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament. And we are pleased to bring you this one from Miesville. We'll be back after this short break.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Subscriptions cover not only the Minnesota Baseball Association tournament games, but also prep games and MIAC and NSIC collegiate sports as well.
I caught our public address announcer giving a nice little plug to the new NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Now batting number 17.
We get to bring you all of this action, and we got a good one brewing right now as the Willmar Rails and the Clinton Cards are tied. No runs apiece. And Caleb Owens, the left fielder for Willmar, steps in. Tries to drag a bunt down that right field line, but bunts it foul. Zach Edelman snares it out of the air with his bare hand, but the ball had already gone foul. Misses off the outside corner. Willmar High School for Caleb Owens. No college listed. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Sam Odelman works from the windup. Uh-oh, that one's going to come right in. All's Owens did is just kind of turn to the side and let that one hit him. He had no qualms about go ahead and taking that base on the hit by pitch. So it's a leadoff base runner. And it turns the order over to the top for Zach Ryerson. Ryerson opened up this game with a line drive base hit out into left center field. The only hit of the game for Willmar. He was stranded at second base, but now has an opportunity here. And there's a throw over the top of the head of the pitcher, but backing that up nicely is Swanson. So the Odelman brothers, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of ribbing in the dugout about that when they get back in there. Hey, brother, throw me the ball properly. I'm the pitcher. Don't make me work any harder than I have to, especially with a runner on base. So, but the ball was not thrown hard enough to get into the outfield. Ooh, runner fakes going. Does not go. Zach Edelman quickly up out of the crouch, and Owens thought better of it. He slams the brakes on as the pitch is called a strike to Sam Ryerson. So a lot going on there on that one pitch. Umpire was rising up to call a strike. Zach Edelman was rising up. The pitcher was ducking down to let his catcher make a throw. And how good curveball coming there from Sam Adelman. Spins in for a called strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pretty much takes the possibility of a bunt. Still could be the element of surprise by Ryerson and lay one down, but so far no indication that he is looking to sacrifice the runner. Owens up a base, and that pitch misses off the outside corner. Third base coach going through his series of signs. Ground ball into the hole. It's underneath the glove of the shortstop, Lucas Adelman, and into left field. So Zach Ryerson 2 for 2 on the day. And runners now at first and second. Last time with Ryerson at first, they asked Steffer to lay down a sacrifice bunt. Now in a scoreless game here, let's see if they may ask Steffer to lay another bunt down and try to move these base runners up 90 feet, that much closer to the go-ahead run. Sam Adelman will work from the stretch. Another good bunt. Swanson hustles over to cover the base. So second consecutive time on the first pitch that Jordan Steffer lays down a beautiful bunt up that first base line. He forced the pitcher, Sam Adelman, to field that ball. Absolutely no other play than to toss it over to Swanson, covering from his position at second base. And now, first time we've seen a base runner as far as third base in this one. Adelman will work from the stretch. Nice block there by Zach Adelman. The ball bounced out in front of home plate, so Sam Adelman had to get on his giddy up to get that one to keep Caleb Owens from trying to advance from third. So 1 ball, ground ball to short. It's a high chopper. They're going to come home. I don't think it's going to be in time. So it was a high chopper off the bat of Austin Gregory, and the shortstop, Lucas Adelman, decided to come home. Contact play was on. Caleb Owens was going with the crack of the bat. Now, if that ball is hit hard right at Adelman, he probably has a play at the plate. But because it was a chopper out in front of home plate, he had to wait for it to come down. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Gregory, but he will be credited with an RBI on the play. Zach Ryerson stayed at second base, so I don't know if he got a really good read there. Maybe he was thinking that Lucas Adelman might fake a throw home and then get the runner caught up in between second and third. So discretion, the better part of valor there for Zach Ryerson out at second base, because once that throw came home, he probably did have an opportunity to move up a base. Right now, he's got a huge lead out there at second base. And ground ball to second. Could be 2, but it's a bad hop. Comes up on Swanson. It hit the lip of the grass and came up on Swanson. Wasn't a hard hit ball, but Swanson charged it. The ball hit off the grass and came up in the head area of Swanson. He's getting a visit from the manager, Mike Adelman. He's got a big smile on his face, so I don't think this is anything about a concussion or being hurt too badly to stay in the game, but just kind of trying to explain what happened there. Just a bad hop. You got to believe that they're going to credit a single for Baumgart, and they have. Tough break for the Clinton Cards there. Could have been a double play ball, but that ball on its second hop hit right on the lip between the grass and the dirt and ricocheted up into the head area of the second baseman, Swanson. Ricocheted over towards short. Lucas Adelman came up with it but had absolutely no play, and now Clinton will kind of play the corners in. They'll play double play depth up the middle for Sam Ederman. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. So a tight spot here for the Clinton Cards in the top of the third. 1 run already in. And Ottleman catches a strike at the letters to Etterman. I think any ground ball to the corners, they're going to come home. Up the middle, they'll try to turn two. Swing and a miss. Third ball that was breaking down and in on Etterman. Swung over the top of that one. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Open stance for Etterman. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Sam Ottleman and the Clinton Cards there.
Number 11, shortstop, Christian Lessman.
Second time he struck out Sam Etterman. So right now Sam Etterman has stranded 5 runners on base. First at bat had runners in first and second with 2 outs and struck out looking there. Bases loaded, 1 out, and strikes out swinging as Ottleman went down low, changed that pitch angle, and got Etterman to swing through it. Now Christian Lessman
And as you know, there could be a prize.
lifts one foul. Karski and Zach Etterman give chase, but they'll run out of room over there near the Clinton Cards dugout. But ahead in the count now. Sam Ottleman, 0-1 again. He comes down. That breaking ball with it, he throws from that down angle, really doesn't have any down break on it. In fact, it almost looks like it rises a little bit. And he got Lessman to swing right underneath that one. Right over the top on 0-2, tries to get him to chase up and out of the zone. So after a couple of breaking balls, he tried to throw that fastball high in the zone, see if he couldn't get Lessman to chase, but Lessman does not. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded. Minimizes the damage here for the Clinton Cards in the top half of inning number 3, but Willmar comes up with a run, and they take the lead 1-0 here as we head to the bottom half of inning number 3. Again, 48 teams in this Class C tournament. Talked about the top half of the bracket, now the bottom half where these 2 teams are positioned. Brownton was a winner over Gaylord yesterday. They will take on Isanti. The winner of this game gets the Delano Athletics, the top seed of Region 12. Avon Lakers were a winner over Fairmont yesterday. They will take on the St. Martin Martins. The Burbank Bombers, the number 2 seed out of Region 16, takes out Sartell. The Muskies. Burbank will play the St. Patrick Irish, a mainstay in this Class C tournament. Raymond and Wanamingo will play later on today. Winner of that one takes on the Nisswa Lightning. The El Rosa Saints knocked off Montgomery, the Mallards, and they will take on the New Ulm Brewers. Later today, over at Faribault, Ada will take on Plato. The winner of that one gets the Jordan Brewers, another mainstay here in this tournament. And then over here in Miesville, our next game, the Kimball Express taking on the Hutchinson Huskies, with the Bluffton Braves awaiting the winner of that one. So now down a run. Clinton will have the top of the order up with Sam Ottleman. Curveball kind of breaking in on Ottleman. He gets out off of that front foot and pulls it foul. Ottleman got out in front of a pitch in inning number 1 and popped it straight up in front of home plate. Gregory did a little juggle act with it, but was able to catch it for the first out of that bottom half of the first inning. And right now, Patrick Courtney has been able to keep Clinton off the board as he misses down and away with that offering, and now right back with a strike right on the outside corner. So now 1-2 to the pitcher, Sam Ottleman. Curveball again, gets out in front of it off of that front foot. Pops it up to second base. Steffer again has to battle that sun. I think we're going to see quite a bit of that today.
Catcher, number 21.
Any high pop-up here with this high sky. There's a few puffy cumulus clouds in the area. And I've been playing amateur meteorologist all weekend this weekend, watching the radar yesterday as we sat through rain delay after rain delay. And now throwing out cumulus. Not bad. Zach Ottelman will step in, one away here, bottom half of the third. Broken bat to Steffer. That bat is past the pitching mound. Courtney will go over and pick that up. Hand it in, so another piece of lumber headed for the garbage can in the Clinton dugout. Steffer came up with it and tossed it on over to Baumgart. So Zach Ottelman, who singled in his first plate appearance, grounds out there on the broken bat. Weak ground ball out to Steffer at second. The ball did get further than the bat, but not by a whole lot. Hard ground ball down the third base line by Kean Turner, but foul wide of the bag. So Turner, the only Ottelman in the top 5 of the batting order for the Clinton Cards, flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. Wide open stance by Kean Turner. Gets a really good look at that delivery from Courtney. Watches that one go wide of the plate, down and away, so even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. High with a fastball is Courtney, so 2-1. I don't know that you could draw up a more picture-perfect day to play ball. And not a bad setting here in Miesville. It's got a little Field of Dreams feel to it. The entire outfield is surrounded by corn. They don't use the corn as the fence. They've got a beautiful fence that rings around the outfield, and the 3-1 offering is swung on and missed by Turner. Down the left field line, they've got a fairly high fence that juts out over towards left center, 3 panels high in the middle of that left field fence. Check swing as that pitch rode up and in on Turner, but tried to check his swing. And out in left center, they've got the Bierstube sign over the fence. We saw a home run that just about hit the Bierstube. I wonder if you get a free beer. You hit the Bierstube with the home run. Turner takes that one off the plate. And it's ball 4, so it's a 2-out base runner.
Now batting shortstop, number 14, Lucas Ottelman.
For Clinton. So they've had base runners in each inning. 1-out single in the first. A single and a hit batsman with 1 away in the second. All 3 of those runners were stranded, and now Kean Turner is at first with the walk with 2 away, and Lucas Ottelman will step in. Ottelman flew out to right in his first at-bat, ending that bottom half of the first inning. Curveball again catches the outside corner, and Lucas Ottelman did not like that one. Pretty tough pitch to go after there. A curveball that's spinning. So no balls and 2 strikes as Courtney gets the benefit of that one. Runner goes, swing and a miss. So Ottelman takes a long look back at our home plate umpire. Did not like that no ball, 1 strike call that got him behind in the count, 0-2. But to be honest, he got a pretty good pitch from Courtney there at 0-2 and just swung through it. So we head now to the top half of inning number 4. Willmar leads at 1-0. Back to Miesville after this timeout on NSPN.TV.
fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
All right, so Willmar sent 7 batters to the plate. In the third, they took the lead 1-0, but they did leave the bases loaded. So it's just a 1-run game here as we head to the top half of inning number 4. And Jaden Dierenfeld will step in. Dierenfeld flew out to right field as part of that 1-2-3 second inning for Sam Ottelman. And Ottelman misses low and away on the first offering. Chopper to third. Turner gobbles it up on one hop and fires it across to Karski. So 2 pitches, 1 away. One thing you gotta love about amateur baseball is these pitchers get that ball and they are ready to go. There is no dawdling around and walking around the mound. They're usually standing on the rubber waiting for that batter to step in the batter's box, and Sam Ottelman is definitely no different. He is ready to rock and roll. Misses with the first offering to Adam Herman. Little tic-tac-toe of Ottelman's there to get that ball back to Sam as Zach overthrew him, but Lucas was there to get the ball back. Now rolling one over is Adam Herman. So 2 pitches to each Dierenfeld and Herman, and both result in ground balls in the infield. And Swanson just moves over a couple of steps. Get a good clean hop on this one, does Swanson. Doesn't have to protect his noggin on that bounce there. Fielded it chest high, and a little toss over to Karski for out number 2. Now Caleb Owens takes a ball away. Check swing up the first base line. It stays fair, so Sam Ottelman threw ball 1 to Jaden Dierenfeld, and on pitch 2, grounded out to third. He threw ball 1 to Adam Herman, and on the second pitch, he grounded out to Swanson at second. He threw ball 1 to Caleb Evans, and then on a check swing, he had a little weak chopper down to Karski at first. So 6 pitches to get through inning number 4 for Sam Ottelman, and he gets his team back into the dugout quickly and ready to go here. One more Ottelman to bat, and then we'll have Haugen, Karski, and Tolley scheduled here for Clinton. Still down by a run, but they are the home team here, so they get the last crack in each inning. Sun continues to shine down here on beautiful Jack Ruhr Field. Mentioned we saw Class B action here yesterday. They will continue action in Class B over at Dundas. But we saw some fabulous baseball yesterday, none better than the Coon Rapids Redbirds falling behind the 4-time consecutive state Class B champion Chanhassen Redbirds. And with a run in the top of the 9th, Coon Rapids beat Chanhassen 3-2 to end the 4-year winning streak of Chanhassen in Class B. So we saw kind of the ABC school district yesterday. Anoka Blaine and Coon Rapids, all winners here in Miesville yesterday. They were joined by Rochester, so those 4 teams advance on to the quarterfinal round of Class B. And we have 3 balls and no strikes now to Mike Ottelman. So the dad of this group of Ottelmans takes ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk here to start things off. It's a good start. Now Mike Ottelman is the designated hitter, and he's got to 19-year-old and a 17-year-old son sitting on the bench if he wants to call in one of his younger, speedier children. He could do it, but he is standing right there at first base as a trip to the mound comes from the Willmar dugout. They bring the entire infield in to talk this over. So Courtney kind of cruising along, had given up a base runner in each of the first 3 innings, 2 in the second, but just 1 in the first and 1 in the third. No runner has gotten past second base, but after he threw 4 straight bad ones to Mike Ottelman, they wanted to come out and talk it over. Chance Haugen, he singled in his first at-bat, now lays down a beautiful bunt down the third base line. Ryerson is up with it and tosses it over to Baumgart, but the sacrifice is completed by Chance Haugen. 5-3 is the putout, but doing the job was Chance Haugen there. And he'll get Mike Ottelman out to second base. Again, Steffer will try to hold him close to the bag and then shuffle over to his second base position. Foul ball off to the right, not a play by Chris Karski. Karski took a 2-2 pitch off of his left elbow in his first at-bat. Was stranded at first base, though, as Tolle and Swanson both struck out. Fly ball out into center field. Charging in is Dierenfeld, then has to scamper back a little bit. Catches it as he is backpedaling out towards that left center field fence. And gets under it and puts it away. So 2 away. Karski hit that one well, but out towards left center field, a deeper part of the park here. Not much of a wind at all. Both of the flags off to our left are pretty much just laying limp. As Tolle fouls one straight back and out of play right over the top of our head, but they got a nice protective roof over the top of the grandstand here in Miesville, and that came in very handy yesterday, blocking the rain that was coming down, and we'll look forward to it blocking out a little bit of the sun later on this afternoon as it continues to rise. Now a curveball. Tolle kind of flails at that one, checks with the home plate umpire if he thought that that might have been a strike. But nonetheless, it is a strike because he swung and missed at it, so it really doesn't matter, I guess, for your confidence to know whether you're swinging at balls in the strike zone. It's helpful, but a lot of times the umpire will just go, I didn't have to call it, so I don't know. Curveball hangs high in the zone to Tolle. Clinton trying to get the tying run here. They're down by 1-0. 1 run, 3 hits for Willmar. No runs, 2 hits for Clinton. Curveball. Tolle with just kind of a stay alive type of a swing there. Fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the number 8 hitter, Ryan Tolle. Tolle from Sisseton, South Dakota, just across the border from Clinton, Minnesota. Takes pitch off the outside part of the plate, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Tolle battling here against Courtney. He did strike out in his first at-bat with runners at first and second. Now has Mike Ottelman out there at second base, and another foul back to the screen. Courtney just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch here on this at-bat against Tolle. He was able to get him with a breaking ball in the second inning. Ground ball to third. Couple of steps, and now they've got Mike Ottelman hung up. So not a good base running play by Mike Ottelman there. He is in a pickle here, and finally he just gives himself up. Really, with that ball hit in front of him, it was bobbled by Ryerson, so it would have been a tough play to get Tolle at first base.
Minnesota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame Board is pleased to announce
Let's go
the
5-4.
2022 inductees into the Minnesota Amateur Baseball
6-4 on the putout
The Hall of Fame inductees for
of
2022
Edelman.
Dale Decker of Maple Lake, Luther Dorr,
And that'll end the inning. So right there with that ball right in front of Mike Edelman, he needed to just stay a little closer to that second base bag and force Ryerson to make that long throw across the diamond, especially after he bobbled it. Might have seen Ryerson hurry that throw a little bit. And if that happens, throw it over the top or by that first baseman, then you got a chance to score. But in this case, Mike Edelman went way too far towards third base, and rather than having to make the long throw across the diamond to first, Ryerson made the smart play. Got Mike Edelman in that hot box pickle, if you will, and they ran him back and forth. Finally, the dad of the Edelmans just gave himself up and said, all right, you got me. He probably watched his kids play pickle in the backyard growing up for a long time. Heck, who knows? They might still be doing it. They still got a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old as part of the crew, as our grounds crew is out there dragging the infield here, making sure that hopefully we don't have any more hops like we got against the second baseman Swanson in that 3-run inning for Willmar. Part of that was the potential double play ball that hit off the lip of the grass and came up and caught Swanson up in the head area. He was fine, but it did open up the inning and allow Willmar to score the 1 run that right now is the difference in this ball game. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Rails. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Cards. And for Willmar, be the top of the order, Zach Ryerson. 2 for 2 on the day is Zach Ryerson, the Aberdeen, South Dakota native.
top of the fifth.
And he will step in to face
21, the third baseman,
Sam Ottleman. Again, a good crowd came down from Clinton for this one. There's a decent amount of Willmar fans down that third base line as well, but saw a big coach bus pull in this morning full of Clinton Cards fans. Strike called to Ryerson, even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard ground ball comes up on Turner, goes over to Ottleman. He makes the long throw across, but not in time. So I think we're going to see our first error of the game on the board. It did come up on Turner, but certainly a play that he knows he should make. Yes, and they do put the error up on the board. Does allow Ryerson to reach base for the 3rd time. So on base all 3 times for the leadoff batter, Zach Ryerson, and he was right in the middle of that 4th inning. Curveball, Steffer gets out in front of it and absolutely skies this one in the infield. Turner calls off the shortstop, Lucas Ottleman, and puts it away just inside the foul line. So first pitch swinging. Jordan Steffer with a big cut. Now I'm starting to feel the wind shift and pick up a little bit, and now it's blowing out towards left field. So we've seen a number of balls go out of here to left field yesterday. So with the wind blowing out, possibility. Now there's a little looping fly ball down the first base line, and with Karski having to hold the runner on. He's not going to be able to get to it. Swanson and Haugen give chase from second base and right field, but the only person really who would have been able to get to that ball would have been the first baseman, Karski, as it probably landed only about 5 or 6 feet into the outfield grass past the dirt, but with Karski having to hold Ryerson on at first, it falls in for a base hit. So not the hardest hit ball in the world, but looks like a line drive in my box score here. It's good for a single, and runners again at first and second here for Willmar. It's kind of every other inning now for the Rails here. They went down 1, 2, 3 in the second and the fourth, but 2 runners on in the third. Left the bases loaded after scoring a run. 2 runners on in the first. Left the bases loaded after scoring a run in the third, and now first and second with 1 away here in the fifth as Baumgart hooks that one just foul down the right field line, so no balls, 2 strikes. Baumgart is the one who hit that roller out to Swanson that came up on him. Sam Ottelman drops down, kind of gives a little crab walk towards home plate, hoping to get that call, but the umpire said that one missed off the outside corner. Good pitch there at 0-2, so we go 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Baumgart. There's a drive out into deep right center field, and reaching out, not being able to come up with it is Vogt. That's going to go off the wall. Gregory is right behind Ryerson. He's not more than 5 or 6 feet behind Ryerson. Coming around third, it's a 2 RBI double for Jack Baumgart, and the Willmar Rails have opened up a 3-0 lead here in the top half of inning number 5. So Baumgart took that 1-2 fastball up in the zone and drove it out into right center field.
Sam Ederman.
Center fielder Nate Vogt gave chase, but just couldn't quite get it as he reached up for it. It fell to the ground, and now here's a wild pitch to Sam Ederman that's going to go to the backstop and allow Baumgart to move up to third base. So with 1 away now, Sam Ederman, another opportunity to drive in a run here. He's stranded 5 base runners so far with 2 strikeouts in this one. So Clinton will have to bring the infield in here, and it's right at Swanson. He bobbles it. Is he going to be able to recover in time to get Edelman? He is not. Etterman. So I think Swanson gave a little peek there at Baumgart at third. And the ball caught him in the heel of the glove, kicked away, and by the time he recovered it, a hustling Sam Ederman beat the throw over to first. So the second error of the inning now for Clinton has really opened up an opportunity for Willmar here. Runners at first and third with just 1 away. So runner goes, swing, and a foul off of Zach Adelman at home plate. Ederman got a good jump there, but Christian Lessman also got a really good pitch to hit, so took a hack at it and just fouled it back off of the catcher, Adelman. So Ederman will return to first, and we'll do it again here at no balls and 1 strike. Throw over, close play, but not in time to get Ederman. They're hoping to catch him leaning here. Looks like the strategy of Willmar with runners at first and third are to just go ahead and send that runner to second base and see what Clinton decides to do defensively. But Ederman doesn't go this time. Pitch misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Sam Ottelman will have to really bear down here. 2 errors in the inning. Really, this inning should be over, but there is just 1 out. 2 runs in, 2 runners on, and an opportunity here for Willmar to really kind of crack this one open. Fly ball, right center field. Ederman's going to have to apply the brakes to get back. He's going to make it back. Tagging from third and scoring will be Jack Baumgart with the 3rd run of the inning. It's a sacrifice fly Out to Haugen in right field. Made the catch and got it in with Ederman running. He had to retreat quickly back to first base to not get doubled up and allow Baumgart to come in and score. So 3 runs here in the top half of inning number 5 has staked Willmar to a 4-0 lead. Ground ball. Lucas Ottelman scoops that one up. He'll take it himself. It's a 6 unassisted putout, but not before Willmar is able to come up with 3 runs in the inning. 2 costly errors against Clinton open the door for the Willmar Rails, and they take full advantage of it. They put a 3 spot on the board, lead it 4-0. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 5. We'll have it for you when we come back to Miesville on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
All right, so difficult inning defensively for the Clinton Cards. Turns into 3 runs for Willmar, so now the hole has just gotten a little bit deeper here for Clinton, and they'll have to try to climb out of it. They'll start with the second baseman, Matt Swanson, leading off. Hard ground ball to second, but one hop right to Steffer. He gobbles that one up and tosses it over to Baumgart, so Swanson hit it well, but right at the second baseman, Steffer, who took 1 step to his left, grabbed it belt high, 2 hands, good fundamentals, tossed it over to Baumgart, and 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Curveball on the outside corner to Sam Ottelman. Just 2 hits in the game so far for Clinton. 2 costly errors. So they definitely need to start widening that gap between the error column and the hit column on their side as Sam Edelman swings and misses. Now drive out into right center field. The center fielder hustling over Dierenfeld, and he's going to get there in time to get it. So Edelman hit that well, but unlike the ball that was hit for the 2 RBI double by Jack Baumgart, that one just had a little bit more air underneath it, and it allowed Dierenfeld an opportunity to hustle over and make the catch. So 2 away here as Sam Ottelman 0 for 3 in that leadoff spot. Turns it over to his catcher, Zach. Takes a curveball for a strike. Zach has 1 of the 2 hits in the day for Clinton. Turns on one, pulls it hard down the left field line. Drifting back is the left fielder, Owens. Reaches up, and the ball hits just left of that yellow foul pole on that high fence. I would say that fence is about a good 20 feet tall down there. Right in the corner of the waste management sign. Reaching up right at the fence, trying to haul it in was Owens, but it just missed it, and it ricocheted off the green fence. So really a good visual for that umpire down there. Fence goes from green with the yellow line then to a blue, so really can get a good look at that baseball going down that line, and that one was probably about 2 feet foul. On the opposite side of that foul pole down the left field line. Now a curveball misses at 0-2 to Zach Ottelman, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses low and away. 2-2. Clinton trying to get something going here against Patrick Courtney, but Courtney been very effective.
Foul balls in the concession stand. You may get a prize.
Walked one batter and hit one batter, but otherwise really has been right around the strike zone here. Edelman fouls that one back, stays alive. Fastball off the outside corner. We go full now, 3-2. Good at bat here for Zach Odelman as he battles against Patrick Courtney. Trying to get a base runner on here for the Cards. And check swing. Hit the bat and pretty much just went straight down in front of the catcher Gregory. So Zach Odelman tried to hold up. That one must have hit Gregory because our home plate umpire does the courtesy thing and walks that baseball out. Gives Gregory an opportunity to compose himself a little bit. Catcher and umpire working in consort there. Curve ball misses, so it's a 2-out base runner for Clinton.
Now batting for the Clinton Cards, third baseman, number 28, Ian Turner.
They've had a base runner at least in every inning, but have yet to get a runner past second base. Mike Edelman tried to get there, but then got caught in a rundown that ended the bottom half of inning number 4. So we'll see if they can get something going with 2 away here. And Ian Turner, third baseman, steps in. Turner flown out to center and walked, so actually that's the third walk given up here by Courtney. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch from Courtney there. Had Turner out on that front foot. Swung through it. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Reaching out for that pitch off the outside corner was Turner. Really probably couldn't have done much more than just roll that one over. That's a pitch you got to try to shoot between that gap between second and first base, with the first baseman holding the runner on over there. There is a good-sized hole. Runner goes, pop up in the infield. Steffer was going the wrong way, but he is able to counter and head back to his left and make an over-the-shoulder catch. So Steffer was heading for second base to cover as Zach Odelman took off on the pitch, but with the pop-up just heading out towards that outfield grass, Steffer was the only one who was going to be able to get to it, but he was able to slam on the brakes and make a nice little over-the-shoulder running catch. And again, stranded another base runner by Clinton. So that's 6 base runners stranded through 5 innings here for the Cards. And as we head to the top half of inning number 6, Willmar leads this one 5-0. We are back after this timeout on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where the
Yeah,
that's the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I worked there when that went in.
Oh, yeah? And so Willmar leading 4-0 here.
Right fielder Adam Herman.
Opportunity to try to add on to that lead. It'll be 8-9-1. Herman, Owens, and Ryerson. Odelman goes to that little sidearm delivery, and then he kind of crab walks his way towards home plate, hoping to get that strike call, but missed down and away. That one's down and in, so 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder, Adam Herman. Lined out to third and grounded out to second so far. Chopper right back. Sam Ottelman will trot over towards first. Underhand toss to Karski. And another ground ball to the infield after falling behind in the count for Sam Ottelman. Out number 1 is recorded. And now we'll bring up Caleb Owens. Owens 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Tolley moves over a few steps, gets underneath it. So 1 pitch and 1 out to Caleb Owens. 4 pitches and 2 outs in the inning for Ottelman, and why not? This is an even-numbered inning. 1, 2, 3 in the second, 1, 2, 3 in the fourth, now 1, 2 here in the sixth. Unfortunately for Sam Ottelman and Clinton, the odd-numbered innings have not gone quite so swimmingly. And they'll have to get through Zach Ryerson, who's been on base all 3 times if he wants to complete the 1, 2, 3 inning. Opens with a strike, and then curveball is down in the dirt. They'll ask to see if Ryerson swung at that pitch. Home plate umpire gives the courtesy of asking that first base umpire, and he says no swing by Ryerson. Ground ball to third, under the glove of Turner, so it looked like Turner was going to be able to get that one on the first hop, but it just snuck under his glove, and as we talked about, that hit in the air column differential is going the wrong direction. So for the second consecutive inning, Zach Ryerson reaches on an error by the third baseman, Kean Turner. Strike called now to Steffer. Steffer actually got to swing the bat in the fifth. He popped out to Turner at third. In his first 2 at-bats, he saw 1 pitch and laid down a sacrifice bunt in both of those at-bats, effectively in both. 1 in the third. Helped them score the first run of the game. They then added 3 more in the fifth. And no ball, 2 strike count now to Steffer. See if Ryerson doesn't take off, and Sam Ottelman is thinking the same thing. Gives a check on him over there, gets him a little bit back closer to the bag, but this is definitely a running situation. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, but Ryerson doesn't go. Probably smart, because that pitch would have been a good pitch for Zach Ottelman to try to throw out the base runner, trying to steal. So Ryerson just held his position right there. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ottelman with that curveball. 3/4, even down lower than that. And that curveball just hung right there. And Steffer strikes out looking to end the top half of inning number 6. So we're through 5.5 innings of play. Clinton needs to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th, and we'll be back to Miesville after this.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, Visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
All right, so Lucas Ottelman leads things off here, and he lifts a fly ball out into deep left field, but drifting back on the warning track just in front of the fence. Owens is able to haul that one in. So first pitch swinging, Lucas Ottelman gave it a ride, but just got underneath it and hit it just a little bit too high to try to get it out of this ballpark, and the left fielder Caleb Owens was able to get under it and make the catch. Now here's another shot off the bat of Mike Ottelman, and that's going to be run down in left center field by the center fielder Dierenfeld. So two well-hit balls here to start out the bottom half of the sixth inning for Clinton, but nothing to show for it as Lucas Ottelman flies out to the fence in left center, and then Mike Ottelman hits a line drive out into left center field, but a little bit too close to the center fielder Dierenfeld, who is able to run it down, and two quick outs here in the bottom of the sixth, and Chance Haugen steps in, fouls one off to the right, not a play, ground ball up the middle. Steffer can't get to it. Courtney tried to snare that one, but it just went underneath his glove. Steffer, the second baseman, gave chase, but it had enough on it to get through the infield and out into center for a two-out base hit. So why not another base runner for Clinton? They've had a base runner in every inning of this one, but have yet to be able to get a base runner past second base. So Courtney, working from the stretch, has been just as effective. Kept those runners in check. Clinton have stranded 6 runners through 5 innings and now has another two-out base runner here as Karski takes a pitch high in the zone. Now fouls one back to the right, not a play. And let me guess, return the foul ball to the concession stand and you might get a prize. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Karski. Curveball hangs up into the eyes of the first baseman for the Clinton Cards, Chris Karski. Fouled back to the screen. Ball's 2 strikes. That pitch misses just inside. So we go full. Runner will get a head start here, and Chance Haugen with a 3-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs. He goes. Line drive out into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit, but it was hit so hard right at Herman that even though he got a running start with the pitch, Chance Haugen down by 4. No reason to take any chances there. So back-to-back base hits now for Clinton has given them a couple of more base runners. It's not like they've gone down just quietly here. They have had base runners in each of the first 6 innings, and that's going to do it for Patrick Courtney. What an excellent outing they got from Patrick Courtney. So Willmar is going to go to one of their draftees here. They drafted 3 players. Here in Class C, you get to draft 3 additional players. Most of the time, those are pitchers. As you go deeper into this tournament, you need arms, and it looks like it's going to be the pitcher from Minnewaska, maybe? or Marshall. Got the red jersey on. Just like Chanhassen did to me last night. Red jerseys with black lettering
Pitching change.
is not an easy
Willmar
thing.
Rails now pitching number 2, Matt Gruber.
So Matt Gruber, who pitches for Starbuck from Minnewaska, and Concordia Moorhead will come in relief. And while he warms up here, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back after this.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
Gruber takes over for Courtney. Ground ball foul off the bat of Tolley, so no balls and 2 strikes here to Ryan Tolley. Runners at first and second. Gruber just misses off the outside corner. So one of the drafted players here for Willmar. Matt Gruber, the pitcher out of Starbuck, Minnewaska High School, and Concordia Moorhead College. Swing and a miss, so Tolley goes down swinging, and Matt Gruber comes in and shuts the door.
6 innings in the books here in Miesville. Willmar 4, Clinton 0.
Clinton.
That inning of play was brought to you by Max.
Stranded 8 runners now through 6 innings of play. And starting to run out of outs a little bit here, as they just cannot seem to crack the code to get a runner past second base. Willmar went to the bullpen there, called in the right-handed draftee, Matt Gruber, and he gets Ryan Tolley on a swinging strike. So up 4-0. Willmar will face Sam Ottelman for inning number 7. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Gregory Baumgart and Sam Ederman. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Willmar. 0 runs, 4 hits, and a big 3 under the errors column for Clinton. 2 of them really opened up an opportunity for Willmar Rails, and they took full advantage of it. They got a 2 RBI double from their first baseman, Jack Baumgart. So 2 for 2. Run scored, 2 RBIs on the day for Baumgart. Little chopper. Otterman, little courtesy toss. He definitely could have taken that one unassisted, but when he saw Karski standing on the base, he just kind of gave him a little toss of the baseball, and Karski snared it. I'll be honest with you. I think heading over towards first base, Ottelman should have just went over and touched the base himself and taken anything possibly out of play there, but made the fundamental play and soft tossed it over to Karski, who was on the bag, and the first out was recorded, 1-3 against the number 3 hitter, Austin Gregory. Strike on the outside corner, no balls and 2 strikes now to Jack Baumgart. Really the hitting hero of the game right now for Willmar His 2 RBI double has been the big blow in this game. Found the gap in right center field, just out of the outstretched reach of the center fielder, Nate Vogt. 2 runs came in to score. Zach Ryerson and Austin Gregory. Gregory wasn't much more than 5 or 6 feet behind Ryerson, so he had a read on that ball. Pitch misses away. Now we go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Baumgart been on base all 3 times. Line drive, base hit out into right center field, so hit it hard enough to get it past Swanson at second base. 3 for 3 on base all 4 times for Jack Baumgart. Willmar High School, no college listed. So a heck of a good hitter, and now we're going to get a pinch runner coming for Baumgart. That's number 16 coming off the bench. Riley Lessman.
For the Willmar Rails, number 16, Riley Lessman.
Lessman, the high schooler, has not yet graduated from high school. I would assume Willmar High School is the attendance. So he will pinch run here. Do have the ability to re-enter here in amateur ball, so I would not be at all surprised to see Jack Baumgart back out there at first base. Now Sam Ederman swings and fouls one out of play off to the left. Check a Lessman. Dropping down is Sam Ottelman and gets that one across. So periodically Ottelman will just lower that delivery, sometimes a fastball, and then when he throws the breaking ball, it stays right there, and Edelman takes a pitch and just lines it in the hole between short and third. Excellent piece of hitting by Sam Ederman there. He saw the shortstop, Lucas Ottelman, shaded over towards second base with the left-handed batter up and runner at first base. Lucas Ottelman's probably responsible to cover the base on a stolen base attempt, so that really opened up the hole, and Ederman just shot it right through that hole. Now Christian Lessman steps in. New London Spicer High School, so maybe that is where the other Lessman is in attendance. That's Riley out at second base. Off the outside part of the plate. Two players listed in the lineup for Willmar that have not yet graduated. Hard ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. We'll keep an eye on Lessman, but the ball is bobbled in center field by Vogt, and that's going to allow Lessman to score standing up. It's an RBI single for Christian Lessman. He drives in Riley Lessman. On the play, moving up to third, is Sam Ederman, and I think they are going to have to charge Vogt with an error to allow Sam Ederman to move up to third base, and yes, they do. It will be an RBI for Christian Lessman, his second of the game. Drove in the first with a sacrifice fly in the fifth. Now a hard ground ball up the middle here. Produces another run, and it's 5-0 for Willmar. So a little meeting of the mounds. 3 Ottelmans involved in that conversation.
Batting next for the Willmar Rails.
Make it 4. Pitcher, shortstop, catcher, and manager. Runners at first and third now, 1 away. Jaden Darenfeld steps to the plate. 0 for 3 is Darenfeld, but an opportunity here. Drive in a run as when Vogt bobbled that ball out in center field. It allowed Sam Ederman to get to third base. Strike called on Derenfeld. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now runners at the corners. Really should be runners at first and second. Curveball kind of flailed at by Derenfeld there. Got way out in front of that off-speed offering from Sam Ottelman and missed it. Willmar starting to open things up a little bit here. 5-0 is the lead. They went to the bullpen in the bottom half of the 6th. Now a late swing and a chopper foul back behind home plate. We'll stay right here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away here. Christian Lessman at first. So far this first and third situation, he has just stayed put right over there. A little chopper to first. Now he's going to come home, and an ill-advised play again here for Clinton. Karski, if he were going to come home, needed to just do it right away. He hesitated. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground out, give an RBI to Jaden Derenfeld because no chance to throw out Ederman hustling home, and then the throw got past the catcher, and that's going to be error number 5 in the game charged against the Clinton Cards, and suddenly things are starting to unravel a little bit here for Clinton in the top half of inning number 7. It's been these odd innings that have been the demise of Clinton. And now we've got a balk being called against Ottelman. The home plate umpire will go out and explain it. Ottelman says he understands what he did. So just when you think you've seen it all here against the Clinton Cards, a balk called against the pitcher Sam Ottelman. That'll move the base runners up. That brings Christian Lessman home with the 3rd run of the inning, the 7th of the game for Willmar, and will move Derenfeld up to third base with the balk. There was no pitch, even though Herman swung and missed at that pitch. The ball was dead due to the balk call, so now he swings and misses at the next one. There's that little curveball that rides in on the hands of Adam Herman. All he can do is chop that one foul behind home plate, so no balls and 2 strikes. With 1 away here in the top half of the 7th inning, but it's been a costly inning for the Clinton Cards, and a swing and a miss as Herman was kind of backing away from that pitch, riding in on him from Sam Ottelman. So a strikeout there keeps that runner down at third base, but 3 runs already in the inning. 2 errors charged against Clinton in this inning. 5 now in the game for the Cards. And it'll bring up Caleb Owens. Owens 0 for 2 is hit by a pitch. Scored a run in the 3rd, the first of Willmar's 7 runs. 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th. So other than the 0 in the 1st, they've scored in each of the odd innings. And 0 in the 2nd, 0 in the 4th, 0 in the 6th, and held off the scoreboard in the even-numbered innings. 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled to the glove of Zach Ottelman. No balls. 1 ball, excuse me, and 2 strikes. Check swing, does not go. No appeal. I don't think an appeal is necessary. Clearly, Owens held up on that curveball out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. That one comes in. Owens just stands there. He's right on top of the plate, so that one couldn't have missed the plate by much, or couldn't have missed Owens by much. Now that pitch misses high. 1st and 3rd now for Willmar, and it'll bring up Jack Ryerson. So another mistake by Clinton. Walk the number 9 hitter and bring up Zach Ryerson, who is 2 for 4, but has reached all 4 times that he has been to the plate. Twice on errors charged to the third baseman, Kean Turner. But nonetheless, on base all 4 times, takes a strike on the outside corner. 8th batter of the inning for Willmar. Curveball hangs up high. Owens feigned like he was going to take off, but must have felt like he just didn't get the jump that he needed, so he slammed on the brakes and retreated back to first. Curveball on the inside corner. Good curveball from Sam Ottelman there. Sharp break, catches the inside corner, so ahead in the count of Rierson now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goes to that curveball from the land down under. That ball that doesn't break down at all, just kind of hangs and breaks away from the right-handed batter, but that one broke outside the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now we go full 3-2, so Owens will get a running start here from first. Karski will step behind him. He lets Sam Ottelman know that I'm playing behind the runner at first because he's going to take off with the pitch here. There he goes, and that pitch rides in and hits Ryerson. So a walk and a hit batsman, and I would think that, yes, this is probably going to be it for Sam Ottelman. They've had a player getting loose down in the dugout, down in the bullpen down there. So for Clinton, it looks like it's going to be one of their drafted players coming in. They drafted a pitcher from Dawson, one from Chicago, and another one from Ortonville. This is a white uniform here. Maybe they're going to bring, no, they got to bring that pitcher in. It looks like maybe from left field. Interesting here that they had a pitcher all warmed up down in the bullpen and now pull in a position player to pitch. Looks like Ryan Tolley is going to come in from left field and take over pitching. We'll have to keep an eye on who goes out into left field. I'd assume that Sam Ottelman will stay in the game somewhere position-wise. But things just kind of came unraveled here for Clinton in this top half of the 7th inning. They got Austin Gregory on 1 pitch at the ground out to first, but then a base hit by Jack Baumgart. He was pinch run for by Riley Lessman. Sam Ederman followed with a base hit through the hole between short and third. Christian Lessman singled. Riley Lessman scored. Sam Ederman moved up to third on an error charged to Voigt. That put runners at first and third, and then a little chopper from Jaden Darenfeld over to Karski at first. Karski thought about just going to first, giving up the run and getting an out, but instead at the last minute chose to throw it home, threw it past the catcher Zach Edelman. The runners moved up to second and third, and then a balk called against Sam Ottelman allowed the third run to score. That moved Jaden Darenfeld up to third. Adam Herman struck out, but then a walk, and Zach Ryerson was hit by a pitch. So Sam Edelman will move out to left field. And Jordan Steffer will step in to face Toll in on 1 pitch. He chops it over to Turner at third. Turner knocks it down. He'll take it himself. 5 unassisted, but the damage is done here. As a very dejected bunch of Clinton Cardinals heads to the dugout with their daubers really down at this point. 3 costly runs given up there. And Willmar now leads this one 7-0. They do strand the bases loaded on one pitch from Ryan Tolley. Jordan Steffer chopped it into the ground to third. Turner knocked it down. Took the play himself at third base. Got the force out, but again, not before the damage was done. And right now, biggest number on the board, other than the 7 runs for Willmar, obviously, because that's the most important thing in any baseball game. But the 5 errors charged to Clinton really has been their Achilles heel in this one. They've also stranded 8 runners through 6 at-bats. So really haven't been able to come up with the big hit, nor have they made the big play defensively when they've needed to. So all of that adds up to a pretty deep hole, and in this case, it's a 7-0 hole with just 3 at-bats left here for Clinton. And Matt Swanson will face Matt Gruber here. Gruber came in relief with runners at first and second of Patrick Courtney, and he struck out Ryan Tolley to end the bottom half of the 6th inning. Strand 2 more base runners. Catching the outside corner against Swanson here, or called strike 2, so no balls, 2 strikes. Gruber's job here is to just come in and fire strikes. No free passes for Clinton when you've got a 7-0 lead, and he's done just that as Swanson chases one up in the zone, but able to get enough of it to stay alive, and the curveball just stays inside. Swanson kind of gave a look of, please don't tell me that caught the inside corner to the umpire, and the umpire said, nope, that stayed inside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chopper up the third base line, played on the second hop, and the throw across the diamond by Rierson is good to get Matt Swanson. A nice clean hop for Rierson there.
Number 8, Sam Ottelman.
And now Sam Ottelman will step in. Ottelman 0 for 3 on the game. Popped out to the catcher, popped out to second base, and then flew out to center field. So done a good job, have the Willmar Rails against the leadoff hitter for Clinton. Conversely, Sam Rierson, the leadoff hitter for Willmar, has been on base all 5 times he has come to the plate. But 3 balls and no strikes now to Sam Ottelman. So base runners anyway needed for Clinton, and that one misses off the outside corner. It's a 4-pitch walk to Sam Ottelman, and Zach Ottelman, the catcher, will step in.
Catcher number 21, Zach Ottelman.
So 4 hits in the game for Clinton. That's the 4th free pass they've gotten. Also 1 hit batsman. So getting base runners has not been the issue for Clinton. It's just been moving them along the base paths offensively that has been the issue for the Cards here in this one, as Zach Ottelman takes a strike from Gruber on the outside corner. Big swing and a miss by Ottelman there. No balls and 2 strikes. Brother Sam is on first. We talked about this a little bit at the top. The dad is Mike Ottelman. Then they've got the 16-year-old Noah on the bench. 19-year-old Jacob is on the bench. 21-year-old Sam was the starting pitcher. 23-year-old Lucas is the shortstop. And this is the eldest of the Ottelman brothers, the catcher Zach Ottelman, who takes a fastball just off the outside corner. Now curveball stays up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Zach Ottelman can't believe that one. Just kind of gives a look of awe.
Turner.
to the home plate umpire. I'd have just a little quiet comment next time he comes out behind home plate for our home plate umpire. Still want to keep friends with that home plate umpire. You're the catcher. Curveball to Kean Turner. Spins in there for a strike. 2 away here now in the bottom half of the 7th. Turner spins away from that one. Gruber thought that one might have fooled Turner and come across for a strike, but the home plate umpire said no, that stayed on the inside part of the plate. 1-1. Ground ball to short. Easy play. They'll go the short way to Steffer, does Lessman. And 6-4 is the putout.
7 innings. He scored.
Kean Turner.
Rails, 7.
And Willmar
0.
gives up another base runner, but strands it. That's 9 runners stranded through 7 innings for Clinton. We will head to the top half of inning number 8. Willmar leads this one 7-0, and we'll come back to beautiful Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville after this timeout.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news. It's everything I ever wanted.
Some changes here for Clinton. Coming in to play first base is Turner Teskey. And coming in to play second base is Jacob Ottleman.
Substitutions for the Clinton Cards. Into the game, number 4, Kevin Casper. Into right field goes Casper.
Kevin Casper will go into right field.
Into the game at first base. And number 10, Jacob Ottleman into the game at second base.
3 defensive changes here for Clinton.
Now batting for the Willmar Rails, number 22, the catcher, Ashton Gregory.
Gregory will come in and face Tolle here. Gregory started off that 3-run 7th inning by grounding out on the first pitch right back to the pitcher. Now rolls one over to short. Sam Ottleman over to Teskey. And the first out is recorded on a ground out by Gregory to the shortstop, Lucas Adelman.
First baseman, Jack Baumgart.
Now here's Jack Baumgart, and I have a feeling we might be hearing from Jack Baumgart later on here. They choose a player of the game and do a short interview with that player after the game, and right now Jack Baumgart certainly seems to be in position, certainly to be considered for that award. 1 ball, 1 strike as pitch from Tolle is in for a strike at the letters. That one stays up high on Baumgart. Just really seems to be seeing the baseball very well today. He's hit the ball hard just about every time he has stepped into the batter's box, save for inning number 1 when he walked, but takes a strike across there, so even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Willmar looking to advance here. Shallow fly ball out into center field, and it ticks off the glove of Lucas Ottleman. So Ottleman looked like he was going to get there in time, but a tough running over the shoulder attempt just ticked off of his glove, and we'll see how they're going to score that one. They call it a hit, so why not? 4 hits in the game for Jack Baumgart. 3 singles and a 2 RBI double for the first baseman for Willmar. And Sam Ederman, big swing and a miss there. So last time up, Ederman found that hole between shortstop and third base with Lucas Ottelman kind of shifted over towards second base. Not much of a lead for Baumgart, and there's a strike on the outside corner, so no balls and 2 strikes here to Sam Ederman, the designated hitter. 1 for 4, reached base on an error and then singled and scored in the 7th after striking out in his first 2 at-bats. Gets jammed here and fights it off, fists it down the left field line. Starting to feel the wind pick up a little bit here. Now it's shifted to where it's kind of blowing in from right field. So really kind of a swirling wind here today. A little more cloud cover coming over as well. So still very enjoyable day for baseball here at beautiful Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville, one of 3 host sites here for this state tournament. Faribault and Dundas, the other 2 sites, as we play our way to Championship Monday. Now opposite field, Ederman goes, hits it down the left field line. That's going to be fair in the corner down there. Baumgart will chug his way around second and slide into third on a double by Sam Ederman. So after striking out in his first 2 at-bats, Ederman has now reached base all 3 times, and they're showing some pop to the opposite field. It's that one down the left field line, and we talked about with that wind blowing from the right field towards that left field corner, that helped carry that ball out into the corner. Vogt played it on a hop. Now there's a fly ball out into left field. That's going to bang off the wall. Ederman had to wait and see if that ball was going to be caught. Baumgart was tagging up. He was going to score regardless, but Christian Lessman bangs one right off the Niebuhr tractor sign out there on that left field fence. There's 1 extra panel before left center.
For the Willmar Rails, number 9, Gunnar Banks.
And it hit off of that wall. If it would have been just a little further to the right, that's a 3-run home run. Instead, it's an RBI double, 3rd RBI of the game for Christian Lessman. And Ederman, who had to wait and make sure that that ball wasn't caught by Vogt out there in left field, made it to third. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter into the ball game for Willmar. Number 9, Gunnar Banks, is going to hit for Darenfeld. Takes a pitch off the outside corner. Now a pop-up in the infield. Catcher doesn't even take his mask off, but concentrates enough to pull it in to Zach Ottelman. Normally that catcher will get rid of that mask quickly and get a better look at it.
For the Willmar Rails, number 19, Josh Tinklenberg.
And now Josh Tinklenberg will pinch hit for Adam Herman here. Left-handed batter, Tinklenberg has runners at second and third, 2 away now. Tinklenberg from Willmar stayed right at home, play ball at Ridgewater College. Little looper out into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Runner is around third. Vogt's throw to the plate is cut off. 2 runs are going to score, and that's actually 2 big runs for Willmar because the 10-run rule could be in effect here after 8 innings of play. It's a 2 RBI pinch hit single for Tinklenberg. He found the hole between shortstop and third base. Vogt charged. His throw came in, but it was cut off by Turner. And another 2 runs on the board gives Willmar a 10-0 lead here. And that's looked like that's going to be it for Ryan Tolley. as Tolley is going to go back out to left field, and it looks like Vogt's going to come in. So as we have a pitching change, we'll set it up for you when we come back to Miesville on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
All right, so it's Braxton Thompson, one of the draftees for Clinton. Plays for the Dawson Drake. Went to Dawson Boyd High School and then Fergus Falls Community College. So number 1, Braxton Thompson will come in with
Rails, number 17, the left fielder.
2 away here in the top half of the 8th inning. 3 more runs for Willmar. Rolls it over to short. Ottleman will go the short way to his younger brother, who has checked in, Jacob Ottleman. They'll get the force out on Owens there, but 3 big runs for Clinton, for Willmar, because at this point that sets up the opportunity to close out the game here after 8 innings with the 10-run rule in effect. Looks like they're going to bring in a new drafted pitcher as well here. You've got Nathan Dutz from the Milroy Yankees. I think that's who we're going to see. It looks like an MY on his jersey. Marshall University, or Marshall High School, and St. John's University. So Nathan Dutz will be the new pitcher.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Willmar Rails, number 12, Nathan Deutz.
So Deutz will be the new pitcher. Nathan Deutz, the left-hander. He will face scheduled Lucas Ottleman, Mike Ottleman, and then Kevin Casper, who came into the game in center field. We play in the bottom of the 8th. Clinton will need a run to keep this game alive. 10 runs, 12 hits, so 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. For Willmar, and they have a 10-0 lead here against the Clinton Cards.
Mike Ottleman.
The public address announcer is one batter ahead of himself. This is Lucas Ottleman, the shortstop, who is at bat. He'll correct himself, and Lucas, after taking a ball, lifts one foul down the right field line. Shortstop, the first baseman, second baseman, right fielder, all giving chase. Ground ball up the middle, and it's past the shortstop Lessman into center field. So Lucas Ottleman starts things off with a base hit. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Clinton.
Cards. Number 15, designated hitter, Mike Ottleman.
And now we're going to, our public address announcer wants Mike Ottleman to bat in this inning, but Josh Haig will pinch hit here. So there's a manager who's got some self-awareness. He says, I'm going to pull myself out of the game and put somebody else in to hit for me. It's Josh Haig who's going to bat with Lucas Ottleman at first. They do hold him on over there. Even with a 10-run lead, fly ball, shallow right field, coming on strong and diving and not able to get it, getting it on one hop. There's the right fielder, Herman. So a little Texas League base hit out into right field for Josh Haig. And it's runners at first and second. So as mentioned, it has not been an issue for Clinton to get base runners on. It's just advancing them around the bases. And it looks like we're going to get Kevin Casper. He'll replace Chance Haugen. Chance Haugen was 2 for 2, so 2 of the 6 hits in the game for Haugen. Chance Casper. Make that Kevin Casper, still in high school. So the youngster getting an opportunity to play here. Squares to bunt. Bunts it foul down the first base line. So kind of aware of the situation here. Clinton knows they need at least one run to keep this game going, so they were looking to possibly move those runners up a base, because that was not an attempt to drag bunt up the first base line by Casper. He squared, looking to sacrifice, but bunted it foul, so now no balls and 2 strikes. Gets fisted here, pops it foul. Baumgart gives chase. But now catcher's interference, I believe, is going to be called here against the catcher, Gregory. The umpire came up and killed that play.
Now batting for the Clinton Cards, number 19, Tanner Teskey.
So each of the batters will move up a base here, and Tanner Teskey will step in. Pitch misses up high. So Clinton needs a run here, at least. They wouldn't mind getting 9 or 10. Fly ball, shallow center field. On comes the center fielder, spins, throws home. Ottleman is coming home. He makes it safe. And the runner going to third. Josh Hogg is in safely, so it's a sacrifice fly for Taskey. Good running catch by Deerenfield out there in center field. But Lucas Ottleman got a good jump. He scored. The throw came through to the plate to Gregory. Josh Hogg took off for third, and he made it in safely, as the throw over to Ryerson was just late. So Clinton is on the board here. It's 10-1. 1 out. And Ryan Tolley will step to the plate. So Teskey with the RBI. On the sac fly to shallow right center field. Off-speed pitch from Deutz. Has Tolley well out in front. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Nice block there, but it does kick away enough from Gregory to allow Kevin Casper to get down to second base. So the youngster Casper, who reached on catcher's interference, now is down at second base. Josh Haig, pinch hitter, is over at third. Tolley check swing right back to the pitcher. He knocks it down. Will he have time to get him at first? Yes, he does. So soft line drive back to Deutz. Looked like he was going to catch it, but it tipped off his glove, and then trying to track it down, he slipped on the grass, but was able to recover in time to fire it over to Baumgart and get out number 2, and the runners had to hold their positions right there at second and third. Now Jacob Ottelman will step in. Swings and lifts it, fouled on the first base line. Baumgart gives chase. Gregory gives chase, and right in front of the Clinton dugout, Gregory makes the catch. So Clinton gets the 1 run they need to stay alive for one more inning, but still trail it by 9 runs here as we head to the top half of inning number 9, and we'll be back with that action for you after this timeout on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Yeah. Braxton Thompson out there for one more inning of work for Clinton as he was plucked off the waiver wire by the Clinton Cards from the Dawson Drake. He will face Jack Ruhr. See if Ruhr can keep his streak alive. 5 times to the plate and 5 times to first base for Ruhr. Twice with hits, once while being hit by a pitch, and twice on errors charged to the third baseman, Kean Turner. 1-1 offering misses low and away, so 2 balls and 1 strike now. As Willmar. I think they're possibly going to get Ruhr out, but the first baseman can't see the ball. Thought that high sun might come into play today, and Tanner Teskey stood there pointing up at the sky saying, I absolutely can't see it, I can't see it. So Thompson raced over. Jacob Ottelman, all the way from his catcher position. Zach Ottelman almost got there in time to catch it, but the ball ended up just going foul. So we've seen a lot here today. Why not a pop-up that 4 different people converge around, but none can seem to catch? Most specifically, the first baseman, Teskey. 3-2 now with the high fastball miss to Ruhr. Swing and a miss, and now look at this. Ruhr's going to strike out, yet reach first base. Why not, huh? We've pretty much seen everything else today, talking between innings. Oh, we've had a balk, we've had catcher's interference. Why not have a strikeout and let a guy reach base for the 6th consecutive time in this game while striking out and ball getting past the catcher? So Ruhr will officially be 2 for 5 on the game, but will have been on base all 6 times he stepped into the batter's box. Now Jordan Steffer steps in. Steffer turns on one and hooks it foul down the left field line. And it just dropped the barrel of the bat on that one, but it hooked it foul down there. So he'll come back. Steffer 0 for 3, 2 sacrifice bunts early in this one. Sacrificed Rearson over. Of course, when the guy on the batter's box in front of you gets on base 6 consecutive times, there probably is the chance for you to be asked to lay down a sacrifice bunt. Now he turns on one, hits it hard. It just ticks off the edge of the glove of Tolley out there in left field. So a hard hit ball, and the wind was definitely going to push that hooking ball away from Tolley in left field. So we'll keep an eye on the scoreboard here. I'm going to guess that they'll rule that a hit. And they do. The 13th hit went up on the board. First hit of the game for Steffer. Now Gregory loops one out into shallow right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Kind of out in no man's land there off the bat of Austin Gregory. That will load the bases here.
Batting next for the Willmar Rails, first baseman number 15, Jack Baumgart.
And now let's see what Jack Baumgart can do as manager Mike Ottleman strides out of the dugout. Really, the balls haven't been hit all that hard. Steffer hit the ball decently, but Rearson reached base after striking out, and then Austin Gregory just hit a little humpback looper out into shallow right field that nobody was going to have a chance to catch. That's going to do it for Braxton Thompson. Looks like they're going to bring Lucas Adelman in from his shortstop position to try to minimize the damage here. While he takes his warm-up pitches, let's take a break and we'll come back to Miesville after this.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
And again batting for the Rails, number 15, Jack Baumgart.
And so Lucas Ottleman will come in to pitch, and he'll face the dangerous Jack Baumgart. He of 4 for 4 on the day, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. It was his 2 RBI double that made this a 2-run game, and now a hard line drive base hit. There's going to be another at least 1 RBI. 5 hits in the game for Jack Baumgart. He drives in Zach Rearson, scores his 2nd run of the game. They hold up the runner, Jordan Steffer, at 3rd.
The Willmar Rails, number 2, Matt Ruben.
It's 11-1 now for Willmar. Sam Ederman steps in. The infield is in to try to cut off any more runs. Ederman swings and misses at the offering. Curveball just off the outside corner. That pitch misses up, so 3 balls and 1 strike. Fly ball, left center field, long run. That's going to find the gap out there in left center field. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Back-to-back doubles by Sam Ederman in the 8th and 9th inning. This one's a 2 RBI variety. They had him kind of shaded over towards center field. A long run out there for Sam Audley in center, Tolley out in left, and neither could run that one down. 2 more RBIs for Ederman, 2 more runs for Willmar. And it's 13-1. Still nobody out here in the top half of the 9th inning. 3 has been the magic number for Willmar today. 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and now 3 here in the 9th, but very potentially not done, as Christian Lessman fouls it back. He's already got 3 RBIs in the game, an opportunity here to add more. Lucas Ottleman's pitch is well up and out of the zone. It looks like number 67, Jared Schwabach, is in at second base. Now there's a wild pitch, but Baumgart's just going to stay right there at third. Two ball, 2 strike count now to Lessman. So Ederman, after striking out twice, now has reached base 4 consecutive times, 2 of them with ringing doubles to the opposite field. The most recent one drove in 2 runs. Chopper to third. Turner does play the hop and fires it across to Teskey, and they get the first out here on a ground out by Christian Lessman. So Lessman will likely finish this game with 3 RBIs. Willmar now up to 16 hits on the game, and Jared Darenfeld, who re-entered after being pinch hit for by Gunnar Banks, will step in. Chopper up the middle, and that's going to get over the head of Lucas Ottleman, past the diving Kevin Casper, and just trickle into center field. So Darenfeld got just enough of it to get it over the head of a leaping Lucas Ottleman. And then with the infield drawn in, Casper couldn't come up with it. Baumgart scores his 4th run of the game, 14th of the game for Willmar. And the Rails have really taken the Cards off the rails here, with 10 runs in just the last 3 innings. Strike called to the batter, Herman. He drives one out to right, and that's going to tick off the glove of the right fielder, Jacob Edelman, out there. That's going to load the bases. So it'll be hit number 18 of the game.
For the Willmar Rails, left fielder number 17, Caleb Owens.
Caleb Owens will step in, and it looks like we're going to see another pitching change here for Clinton, as Lucas Ottleman is able to come in and get 1 out. But they're going to go to another one of their draftees, Chandler Erickson from Chicago, Alberta High School, Minnesota Morris College, and now plays for the Chicago Coyotes.
In the pitch for the Clinton Cards, number 4, Riley Salmon.
I guess this is going to be Riley Salmon from Ortonville, not Chandler Erickson. 3 number 4s on this team, so it makes it a little bit difficult to keep track of who is who here. But Riley Salmon will be the new pitcher. Ortonville High School pitches for the Ortonville Rocks.
Reminder to visit the concession stand for all your food and beverage needs. Thanks.
They're wearing out my pencil here with all of these pitching changes. Lucas Ottelman goes back to second base, or to shortstop. Casper returns to second. And Caleb Evans will step in. Pitch is up and in from Salmon. 2 balls and no strikes. No place to put Caleb Owens here. Owens, one of the few Rails without a base hit on the day, swings and fouls it off of Zach Ottelman. So 18 hits on the board now for Willmar, 2 for Ryerson, 1 for Steffer, 2 for Gregory, 5 for Baumgart, 3 for Ederman, 2 for Lessman, Christian Lessman. Darrenfeld with 1 hit. Herman with a hit. Tinklenberg had a pinch hit. So Caleb Owens looking to join the Willmar Rails in the hit column here. 0 for 3, has walked and been hit by a pitch. Fouls one down the left field line. That one goes to the backstop, but runner at third. Sam Ederman just holds his position. No reason to risk any sort of an injury or bad play at home plate with the runner and the ball and the pitcher coming at the same time. So with the 13-run lead, Ederman will just stay right there. Willmar has actually just played station-to-station baseball here in this 4-run 9th inning. 3-ball, 2-strike count, fouled off, swing and a miss. So they get Owens. And though he led off the inning with a strikeout, the pitch got by the catcher, Zach Ottelman, and Rierson reached base for the 6th time in a row. Let's see if he can make it 7 for 7 here against Riley Salmon, who spins a curveball in. So Ryerson would have to believe that that would be an amateur tournament, some sort of record. Striding into the plate 7 times and reaching first base 7 times. Right now it's 6 for 6 as he chops that one foul down the third base line. So no balls and 2 strikes. That one misses low and away. From Salmon. I believe I'd count the 5th pitcher of the game for Clinton. Seen a couple of their drafted players, 2 Ottelmans and Tolley. Missing again at 2-2 to Ryerson. It's a 3-2 count. So a lot riding on this pitch for Ryerson, and it's a ball 4, so a bases loaded walk will mean that Zach Ryerson has reached base 7 consecutive times that he has come to the plate. He'll get a free and easy RBI there with the bases loaded walk. Ground ball wide of the bag at third for Steffer. Steffer singled and scored a run here in this 5-run inning, so 11th batter come to the plate. They have batted around the order here 11 runs for Willmar in the last 3 innings of this one. And they seized control, really, with 3 runs in the 7th inning. This is all just kind of frosting on top of the cupcake here. 1 ball, 2 strikes now as Steffer fouls it back to the screen. Salmon works from the stretch. Curveball just off the outside corner. I think if there were any time that an umpire was going to expand the strike zone, my vote would be now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Steffer. So the runners will get somewhat of a running start. I can't imagine that they're going to go on a dead sprint. Ground ball to third, knocks it down, steps on the bag, and mercifully the top half of inning number 9 comes to an end, but not before 5 more runs. 6 more hits are added to the column for the Willmar Rails, and we are going to head to the bottom half of inning number 7. We'll give you a look here at beautiful and the Milroy Yankee, Nathan Deutz. That I can advance Willmar into the second round of this state tournament. And they will take on the Delano Athletics next Saturday, 7 o'clock in Dundas. That's the scheduled time. My history here at this state amateur tournament is that these games don't necessarily start at the listed time, so certainly give yourself a little extra time if you're going to take in the later scheduled ball games here. This game already is into the time that we were scheduled to start our next game. So 2.5 hours of ball already here in this one, and 3 more outs to get for Willmar, with the assist from a Milroy Yankee. Curveball in there for a strike. Sam Adelman down 0-2 here. Rolls it over to second. Easy play there for Steffer. Tosses it over to Baumgart. And Sam Adelman at the top of the order, 0 for 4 with a walk.
Cards, number 11, Noah Adelman.
Noah Adelman will come in and hit for Clinton. He's the youngest of the Adelmans, just 17 years old, still in high school. Takes a strike. So Noah batting for his older brother Zach here. Swing and a miss after taking a strike, so no balls and 2 strikes. So Deutz doing what he's expected to do here, just come in and throw strikes. Called strike 3. Go down to their last out here are the Clinton Cards. I'm sure they appreciate all the people who got onto the bus early this morning to come down here to Miesville to support the Clinton Cards, but they are no doubt going to see their season come to an end today at the hands of the Willmar Rails and Jack Baumgart. 5 for 5, 4 runs scored and 4 RBIs. Make that 3 RBIs for Baumgart on the day, but really his 2 RBI double in the 5th is the hit that kind of broke the camel's back in this one. Fly ball to right. Herman is under it. Turner tosses the bat away as he knows that's the last time he's going to bat for the Clinton Cards this season. And the Willmar Rails will move on in this state tournament, take on Delano next Saturday in Dundas. And I'm going to believe that we're going to turn it over to the field and have a word here from Jack Baumgart. If they don't name him the player of the game, then I'm not sure which game they were watching. 5 for 5, 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and the big 2 RBI double in the 5th that turned this from a 1-0 game into a 3-0 game. And then Willmar just poured it on from there. So let's go down to the field and listen to what our player of the game, Jack Baumgart, has to say.
We are pleased to present the player of the game on behalf of our corporate sponsors, Rawlings, MaxBet, and AIM Electronics, to Jack Baumgart of the Willmar Rails. You are 5 for 5. You had a walk, a double, 2 RBIs. Your whole team really came ready to play today. What do you have to say?
I'm just happy to be playing baseball with the guys this late in the year. It's a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
All right, so that's our player of the game, Jack Baumgart. 5 for 5, 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs. He's joined in the 3 RBI column by the shortstop, Christian Lessman. But 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 5 in the 9th really blew the lid off of this one. And the Willmar Rails will advance on in this state tournament, take on the top seed from Region 12, the Delano Athletics, next Saturday in Dundas. So 1 in the books here, 2.5 left to go. And it was the Willmar Rails knocking off the Clinton Cards in a big way today, 15-1. So for our production crew and camera operator Lynn Osterman, this has been Ron Osterman calling from beautiful Jack Ruhr Field in Miesville, Minnesota. We'll talk to you next time and have a wonderful afternoon.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.